everyone, Siege Link here, back with another episode of Starcraft 2 Replays. I'm going to have two episodes right in a row here, two very kind of funny games for different reasons. This is my first one. I played two ranked games. First one I lost, second one I won. And first one I would kind of do, but it was honestly just kind of semi-boring. It was just, I did a build that I've never lost to when my opponent doesn't scout it. But he had some very good micro, and on that day, it was cold in the house, so my hands were shaking a little bit, so I didn't have the best micro. So I was kind of just playing from behind the entire time in a TVT, so it wasn't really that fun. I was playing very good considering I was very behind, but it was still good. So this game is on New Repugnancy. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Like, seriously, who came up with that name? So on this map, I go with, I'm trying to remember if I went for 1-1-1 or the Reaper build. This was ranked, and I think because it was... Actually, I don't think it was a Diamond Zerg. It might have been. But yeah, I do go for the Reaper build here. Do a gas block just for the heck of it. So that at least means he can't go for Roaches. Which is actually kind of noticeable against Reapers. So I've got 3 Reapers here. Tries to go for an expand, isn't able to. And surprisingly didn't move his Lings up. Barely lost that first Reaper. But I've got 3 more coming across the map. CC behind it, and 2 extra barracks, because when you do this build you have a bunch of extra minerals, but it takes up all your gas. Usually against Zerg you want to go for around 10. And this is a build that only works if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with Mass Reaper properly. And he ended up knowing how to. So he was able to kill 2 Reapers, so instead of having... actually 3. So instead of having 9, I have 6. Which was quite noticeable here. I am able to deny the base again. Wait, where did I... Okay, hold on, I don't remember scanning there. Where did I scan? Okay, I scanned the third base, okay. Because I wanted to keep the pressure up, but I didn't want to just send one... Because of the creep spread, I would have to go all the way around, and I didn't want to have to do that. Because I want to have all my Reapers with me against the last Ling. And I would, if I were to do that, it would delay the time quite a bit. Overall, probably wasn't too good of a play, but... Yeah, see. So this right here... If anyone's wondering how to deal with Mass Reaper, this is it. Because it's 12 seconds and not 6 seconds. You throw the grenade down, you pull back with Lings, and the Reapers will eventually run out of grenades. Because you'll throw down around an average of 1 grenade a second, which means you have to have 12 Reapers in order to actually make it so you have plenty of grenades. And also, as you can see, the grenades, as long as you don't perfectly group up your units, sometimes, also depending on the numbers, they can bounce towards your Reapers and will surround, which is what happened there. Behind it, I'm not bad, in a bad position. In terms of my economy, the difference being that his economy is very good. However, I was able to deny him from getting a third base over and over because he didn't go for this third base location. Because I scanned there, I'm like, wait, really? He didn't go for that? Oh, okay, yeah, now I remember this guy was Platinum, because I don't know what it is, but Plat players are far better than Diamond players when it comes to creep spread. And see that right there? Don't just A-move onto the Reapers, move command, because that will allow you to surround them. It's another very important thing. Now, he does see my army back at home, so he knows that this is not a all-in at all. And knows exactly how many units I have as well, because I'm rallying right here. So, economically, are about equal, but being able to deny that third hatch and him not going for this one, which was really, really weird, was very good for me. Now I'm getting my production up behind it. I really like to go for a very quick second factory to get drilling claws. Very quick drilling claws. Because widow mines are pretty bad without it, to be honest. Especially in widow mine drops, are basically completely useless. This is another thing I like to do, is build supply depots. This one was a bit back. Usually I'll do it like here and here. But basically, they'll just usually A-move towards a base, which means they'll kill the supply depot before getting to my base, which gives me like an extra 5 seconds to respond. So now I'm getting 2 medevacs out, and I've got a decent chunk of buyout with 1 marauder. Kill that overlord, and he's got quite a lot of creep spread in. Just now he's expanding to that hatch, which he should have done ages ago. So over the past like 20 seconds, he's gone pretty heavy on the workers, and this is the biggest confusion. Double Spire.
A creep tumor is under attack.
So 1 scan kills all his creep tumors. All but this active one, which is kind of the most important. Was able to push back a lot of the stuff in the middle. You should be spreading these more, though. And here's the thing. He's got only Lings, and he's got 12 roaches in production. He shouldn't be trying to engage you. He should be backing up and waiting and regrouping with the roaches. So here I'm able to just stem up and kill all the queens. And now he's got 3 queens, 1 in each base, and one of which is about to die. So here, because of the roaches, he's able to push this back. The problem for him is at what cost? The resources lost has gone heavily in my favor, and the upgrades are also in my favor. Now, not sure exactly when, but at some point I do scan the main base, see double Spire. And whenever you see double Spire, you know for certain it's going to be Greater Spire, so that if they lose the Greater Spire, they still have a Spire. But having them both right there is really dumb. So I decided to go for a proxy base, because I had a bunch of extra minerals and gas, and I'm like, I want to expand, but I don't want to expand too rapidly. Especially with that many Lings, he could, you know, do some run-bys here and there, play like Rainer, which is how most people in Platinum play anyways, but this guy doesn't seem to be. Okay, yeah, this is when I scan the main base. I see Infestation Pit and double Spire making upgrades, so I know he's going to be trying to rush up to Hive and get to Broodlords. But the thing is, Broodlords are not good by themselves. You need something with Broodlords. These Widow Mines did huge damage. Enough to the point where I'm easily able to just A-move. The thing is, he's able to kill my medevacs. And if you look, he's got around equal army supply. But all of it's in Corruptors. So I'm able to actually kill this base. Bring it to a 3 base against a 4 base Terran. I did that extra stim to get away from the Broodlings, and this was a bit of a mistake I made doing that sim, because I actually ended up doing another sim, and yeah. In that case, even though sim is very important, it's better to just, when you're gonna go that low, it's better just not to sim. So he's immediately expanding again. This time I'm gonna attack from the left side and clear up more creep. Now the thing is, even though he was very good on creep spread, he's not re-spreading the creep. So as a result, he actually doesn't have too much vision. Put down the Widow Mines and back up. They did huge damage. However, they did it to the Corruptors, so it wasn't actually that big. The thing is, because he's got so much in Corruptors, I'm able to push it back, or I'm able to keep pushing. And this is a big mistake. He pulled too far back. So I was like, okay, let me just get some worker kills here, because I know I'm not going to be able to kill this Ash. So I got the Marauders up the front with the Marines in the back, dealing very well against the Lings. lose everything. My production behind it is not missed a beat. Always ahead resources loss-wise, and I'm always ahead on upgrades. Got Blue Flame just for the heck of it, and I've got Drilling Claws almost done. Now this was the big thing, is that this is the biggest moment here. Got 2 Medivacs, and he's got his Greater Spire morphing. I knew this was what he was going for. He's got a bunch of Corruptors. He's just making it super obvious that he's just rushing to Greater Spire. So I scan. And I'm like, okay, target it. Target the Greater Spire. Don't care about the Queen, just target the Greater Spire. So do that, and now look at this. All of those Lings died. So I was about to drop here, but I didn't expect him to have 2 Queens. But even though I lost all those units, I'm still ahead resources loss-wise and overall supply-wise. Maybe even equal on guys. I keep making Medivacs, but I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go full-on just no Medivacs, but I want to go mostly on Vikings to deal with the Corruptors, or at least keep the Corruptors occupied, so they won't be dealing with my Medivacs. So I know that he's likely just going to be immediately morphing it, but he doesn't actually. So I'm able to kill it, and he's got no Brood Lords in this game. And I do want to point out this was ranked. It was versus a Platinum Zerg. And like, this guy had good macro and good micro, it's just that his build was insanely dumb. So if he didn't go for this build and he actually went for, like, you know, Ling Main Hydra or Ling Main Muta, then he actually would have been able to beat me. Like, he's killing... I got all my Medivacs in the back, so they're not dying. And he killed my Corruptors, and now, sure, he's killing my Medivacs, but I don't really care about those Medivacs. Because, I mean, what do you have on the ground that can deal with me? Yeah, look, all my Medivacs are gone. But he's got 0 army on the ground. And he knows that he's just dead here. And I've got a massive amount. He's got a massive amount of minerals and gas, and he was going to use that on the Broodlords. But I mean, where are the Broodlords? They're non-existent. And production behind that, I wasn't missing a beat. I've got 3 starports, got 8 barracks, 5 factories, and even got a proxy base. But even if I didn't have that proxy base, I mean, that just made me get so much of a bank. I didn't really need it, because he was just playing, like, so dumb. Because the thing is, he had good micro and good macro, but his build was insanely dumb and insanely easy to beat. So that's going to be it for this replay. I'm going to immediately end this video and start another one with this one. See you on the next one.